My name is Jasmine Lynn Torres, and that is spelled Jasmin. Lynn is spelled Lynn. Torres, Torres.
Thank you. Mrs. Torres, I know that this isn't easy, okay, and so just take your time through it. I'm going to ask you some questions, okay? If you need a moment, just take a moment and let me know that, all right?
Yes.
All right. So, Jasmine, you were married, correct?
Correct.
And what was your husband's name?
Gabriel Jesus Torres.
How long were you married to Gabriel?
We got married on June 2nd of 2018.
Did you two have any children?
We did.
Tell me a little bit about your child.
My child's name is Layla.
How old is Layla now?
She's 5 now.
Okay. How old was Layla in October of 2022?
In October of 2022, our little girl had just turned 2.
And where did you live with Gabe? Did you call your husband Gabe?
I called him Gabe.
All right. Where did you and Gabe and Layla live?
We lived at 6028 Osprey Cove Drive, in the Hedingham neighborhood in Raleigh.
Now, you've been in here this time, right?
I'm sorry.
You've been in here today, is that right?
Yes.
And have you been able to kind of hear your neighbors testifying?
Yes.
And you heard Detective Varnado testify?
Yes.
And were you able to look at the photographs of the crime scene that Detective Varnado just testified about?
Yes.
Okay. And in that photograph, or in those photographs, was that your husband's car?
It was.
Okay. And was that kind of your street and where you guys lived?
Yes.
And your husband, Gabe, what did he do for a living?
I'm sorry. My husband was a police officer for the city of Raleigh.
And was Gabe supposed to work on October the 13th of 2022?
Yes, he had an overnight shift.
And when you have an overnight shift, does that mean you have to go in around 6 p.m.?
Yes, he would have had the 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. shift.
So he would have to go in before 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. so that he could get there and get ready. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, Gabe, did he wear his uniform into work, or did he change once he got to work?
That was a day-by-day decision on his behalf. He was in the Marine Corps prior, and they're taught not to leave home wearing their uniform. Their uniform is to be only worn on base. So his Marine mentality carried into his police mentality, and it took him some time to break away from that. But for the most part, he didn't like to wear it out as an identifier, but I believe he got comfortable as the year went on, just being neighborly with everybody, and so sometimes he would wear it out, but most times no, he would get dressed at the department.
Okay. And you saw Mr. Poole testify, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Did he live near you guys?
Yes.
You saw Mr. Green testify, Roderick?
Yes.
And did he also live near you guys?
Yes.
We saw those kind of photos. Are they townhouses that surrounded that part of the cul-de-sac?
Yes.
Do you still live there?
I do not.
And did you leave after this?
Not immediately. I officially moved March, April of 23. March, April time frame of 23.
So several months after.
Yes.
On the day that Gabe was killed. Okay, I want to talk to you about that. Can you kind of walk me through what you were doing that day before all of this happened?
Well, he had worked the overnight shift.
So that means he got off about 6?
Yeah, so
Right.
he would get off at 6 and he would head home. And usually I wouldn't have gotten to see him. Our work schedules overlapped. And so when he was getting home, I had already left. But that day was different. The only way I can see it is divine intervention of God. But I was running late for work and trying to get the baby ready to take her to the babysitter, trying to get myself ready, and I just remember texting him, telling him I am so late, and as I'm getting ready to leave the door, he's pulling up, and again, I'm late. I shouldn't have seen him. He should have been home, and I should have been gone. And he worked the overnight shift, and he was a really great husband. So he decided that he would let me not be late and take Layla for me to the babysitter. And granted, he wanted to get home and sleep. But we had really good teamwork, and he took one for the team that day and sent me off to work. So my daughter rode in his car that morning.
And we saw some photographs. There was a car seat in the back there.
Yes.
Is that where she would ride?
Yes.
And there was a stuffed animal there. Was that her stuffed animal?
Yes. Gabe called her Monkey. That was his nickname for her. And so any monkey stuffed animals we'd find, we have a collection of monkeys in our home. That was just his little pet name for her.
So Gabe got to take Layla to daycare, and you were able to go to work and hopefully not be as late as you were going to be.
Yes.
Did you stay at daycare, or did you stay at work the whole day there?
I did not. At some point in the work day, I'm sorry. At some point in the workday, a transformer blew in the neighborhood, and our office lost power. And again, divine intervention. I just, everything just happens the way it's supposed to. But my manager went around after some time of trying to get the power back on. They realized we're gonna be there all day just sitting there and doing nothing. So they told anyone who had the capability of working remote, which I did, that they were free to go home to finish off the workday. And so I said, okay, packed my things and headed home, and that was around noon.
So when you got home, did you go and pick Layla up at that point?
I did not, because I was going home to work. So yeah, I'm not picking up a toddler until I have to.
That's fair.
But
so you get home, and is Gabe at home when you get there?
He is. He was sleeping because he worked the overnight, so he was getting his rest. And then I was able to, when he woke up, give him a hug, and be with him and spend some time with him that I wouldn't have gotten if the lights didn't go out at work.
At some point in that afternoon, did you have to go pick Layla up from daycare?
I did.
And did you drive to go do that?
I did.
And when you were going, do you remember around what time that would have been?
Maybe like 4:30. Maybe right before 4:30. I can't. But more to close to the 4:30 time.
And what
maybe
kind
a
of,
little bit before.
right around 4:30, before, a little after, but
Yes.
somewhere there. What kind of car did you have?
A burgundy Kia Sorento SUV.
SUV type. And when you went to go pick up Layla from daycare, what was Gabe doing?
Gabe was, well, when I was leaving to go pick her up, he was probably starting to get ready for work. So, shower. Yes, he went to go shower because I remember him showering and me giving him a hug again. And I told him I was leaving to go get Layla.
And did you go get Layla?
I did.
And when you picked Layla up, you were coming back to the house?
Yes.
Did you think that at that point you would get to see Gabe again?
Absolutely. I mean, I was already spoiled for the day, got to see him in the morning and got to see him in the afternoon, so I was hoping to see him again before he went to work.
And when you got back into the neighborhood, did you call Gabe?
I did.
And why did you call Gabe?
Initially I called him to see if he had left yet, because I was trying to get there to see him. You know, annoying wife things, like I couldn't get enough of him and I wanted to see him. But he had told me like he was leaving for work, that he was heading out, and during that call, we both heard gunshots happening.
Did you know it was gunshot when you heard it?
No.
What did it sound like to you?
Just honestly, just like metal. I can't even really pinpoint what I felt during the call, what it felt like, the sound, but it just didn't feel right. It was just some weird sound that didn't feel right, and Gabe knew. I'm sure Gabe knew, and so he told me to be careful and that he was going to check it out.
Well, let me ask you, when you heard this sound, how far were you from your house? You were in the neighborhood?
It's really hard to recall. I just have so many flashbacks from that day, but
Well, let me ask you this way.
I keep seeing a stop sign, so I'm thinking I'm in, either approaching to enter Hedingham or at a stop sign in Hedingham. I can't recall.
Let me ask it to you this way. When you hear this noise, do you hear it with your ears as in it's around you, or do you only hear it through the phone, or both?
Both.
Okay, so it's close to you, whatever this noise is, close enough for you to hear it outside the phone and in your car.
Yeah, we were both able to hear it.
All right. And you say that he made a comment to you to be careful, and that he was going to maybe go check it out. Did you hear any more of those? Did y'all stay on the phone at that point?
No.
Did you hear any more of what you believe to be gunshots after you got off the phone at that time? If you remember.
Yes, but it was only as I was approaching my home.
So as you're driving up, you hear more gunshots?
Yes.
Is it one or more than one, if you remember?
I can tell you I was looking at some yellow siding of a house. I don't know which house, but it was right before rounding, getting off of Black Wolf Run, heading into the Osprey Cove section where we lived, and so before I rounded that corner, I heard like clacks. Like, that's how I can describe it, was clacks. And
So more than one?
yes.
And when you heard those noises, you keep driving towards your house, is that right?
Yes,
And do you pull in your driveway?
I do.
And when you pull in the driveway, where is Gabe's car that you see?
It's out of the driveway.
Is it in the cul-de-sac?
Yes.
And where's Layla at this point?
Layla is buckled in her car seat, in my car.
Okay.
And I get out my car to unbuckle her, and in my mind I'm like, yes, I beat him, like, we get to see him before he leaves. As I'm unbuckling her, I realize that he's not walking to the car, and
Was that unusual? Would he come and help you try and get Layla out of the car and things like that?
Again, this wasn't a usual day. I wasn't supposed to see him, and he was supposed to be gone, and I wouldn't have seen him that day. So, but it is unusual that my husband didn't take the opportunity to come see us. So when I noticed he wasn't moving, I was kind of getting frustrated. Wife frustration, like, hello, what are you doing? So at that point, I stopped unbuckling her, and I peek to see what's going on.
Can you see anything over where his car is?
I just see his car, and then I see what my brain registered as 2 wet leaves on the front of his vehicle.
On the windshield?
On the windshield of his vehicle. And then I proceed to, I just get a little frustrated, and then I just proceed to unbuckle Layla, because at that point, I'm like, well, I'm just going to bring her to him since he's being lazy. Like, he's not getting out the car. So I'm unbuckling her when my brain is registering that it wasn't 2 wet leaves on the front of his car, and that it was in fact bullet holes, what I believed, because I hadn't seen that before in my life.
And so do you leave Layla in the car?
I leave Layla strapped in the car, and I run to my husband.
And do you go to the passenger side of his car?
I do.
And you open that door?
I do.
And when you open that door, can you tell us what you saw?
I saw my husband. I saw Gabe. I saw that he was bleeding. I saw that he was in shock. His eyes were I can't even describe it.
Were you able to tell if he was still alive at that point?
He was still alive. His left leg was shaking up and down. I tried to stop bleeding, so I had my fingers in every wound that I could get to. And I used my other hand to prop up his neck because he kept falling down, and I wanted to keep his airway as open as it could. I was trying to help him so that he could breathe because his lips were turning blue, but he was alive because I felt his pulse when I had my fingers. He was alive.
And while you're trying to help him, do your neighbors come to try and help you?
Yes.
Was that Mr. Poole and Mr. Green?
Yes. The way I remember it, I screamed for help, and Broderick appeared, and I immediately asked him to take my baby, because as a mom, that's the first thing. I just wanted to make sure she was okay and safe, and I didn't want her to see what was going on. So him and Maya take the baby, and then Brod comes back and he's helping me, and I asked him to help me rip Gabe's shirt because I wanted to try to. I didn't know what I was doing, but I went into some type of leadership role that I never signed up for. And I just wanted to do everything I could to save my husband's life. And
was he able to get the shirt off eventually?
yes, he was able to rip a good part of Gabe's shirt.
Did you continue to try and stop the bleeding at that point?
I did. I did until my hands were tired. But I did until Raleigh police showed up and EMS showed up, and they were able to. I was able to back off of Gabe and let the professionals do what they could do.
And they transported Gabe to the hospital?
Yes.
And we heard Mr. Poole say that he and his girlfriend or wife took Layla in for the night. Is that right?
So once the EMS and the police showed up, this leadership role just things kept popping up in my mind, and I just said, okay, Layla, we need to figure out Layla. And as a mom, I made the decision to remove Layla from Broderick and Maya's home and transfer her to Dustin and Marissa's home, because her best friend, which is Dustin's 2-year-old at the time, lived there. And as a mom, that's during this chaotic time, that's where I wanted her to be.
You felt like that was the best place for her?
I felt like that was the best place. She could have fun. She can play with toys and be around familiar friendship with her little friend Denver. And that was the first time, like Dustin said, that I had ever left my daughter in anyone else's care, and it was forced upon me. But it was a decision I'm glad I made, and she was safe.
At some point, did you have to go to the hospital?
Yes.
And is that when you found out that Gabe had passed away?
It was really chaotic. So the hospital was just full of people. It's just pure chaos, and the best way I can describe it is just almost like an outer body experience where you see everyone moving and talking, but you don't feel like you're there. And
but while you were there, did you find out at that point about Gabe not surviving?
In the room that we were in, my phone was going crazy, and before anyone could actually confirm that my husband died, one of the WRAL notifications came up on my phone, and that's when I learned that my husband didn't make it.
So before the doctors could even speak to you?
Yes. So the media broke it to me first.
And at some point you go and are able to tell the police officers and detectives what you saw and what you just told us?
Yes.
I know that this is a tough situation for you to come into here and have to relive this, and I appreciate you sharing with the court and with us what you experienced. And I know that it has been a life-changing experience for you, but can you tell the court what effect this has all had on your life and what you would like to see come of this hearing?
I just have a question. Is this my,
If you've prepared a victim impact statement and want to share that with the court, now would be the time that you could do that.
I don't have it prepared. I wasn't expecting to do that today, but
If you would like to wait, we can wait and you can do it at another time.
yes, please.
All right, well, let's do that then, okay?
But I will say, our life has been changed forever. And my daughter didn't deserve any of it. My husband didn't deserve any of it. And I know I didn't deserve any of it. That's all.
Okay. We'll come back and we can readdress give you a chance to tell the court some more about the emotional impact of this and what you would like to see happen, okay? I don't have any other questions this time.
No questions.
All right, we'll excuse you for now and plan to recall you later this week for further questions. All right? Thank you. All right, we'll go ahead and take lunch recess and resume.